You are watching Radio Rakim's Artist Access.
Access granted.
Welcome back to another episode of the Artist Access. I am your host, Siraj Rich God. I'm Puwakanan Hotep, and I am here with one of my partners. My man, he is a professional fighter, just won his last fight. And so we're going to talk about the fight and all of the other stuff he got going on. So y'all, welcome to the Artist Access, Patrick Hutton. What's going on, my brother?
I'm good, brother. You?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good to see you, man. Look here.
Good to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So look, I'm gonna jump right into this interview, brother. So I know you just won your last fight. It was an MMA fight.
Yes, sir.
So, did you ever do any traditional boxing?
I did. I did the Tough Man Championships back in the days.
Okay.
And I won them, and I was the Houston middleweight champ before I got banned. It was where you fight like 6 times in one night.
Yeah.
And then I took a pro boxing match, and I got hurt real bad. I fought a guy who ended up fighting for the world title in WEC named Marcus Hicks.
Okay.
And they kept pushing my opponent back, and I did something I shouldn't have did. I took a fight against a guy, and I was below weight.
Yeah.
And I overtrained and got hurt real bad, got knocked out real bad. And I was like, you know what, man, I don't need this no more.
Yeah.
I said, I got a college degree. And George Foreman pulled me aside, and he's like, you should make sure you can do this. Make sure you got management. Make sure you do this right.
Right.
And I stayed away from it. And but I've been in boxing. I train in boxing all the time. I was Jermaine Taylor's sparring partner for the Super 6 tournament.
Okay.
He was a former middleweight champ. So I got pretty good boxing, but I use more of it for MMA.
Okay. Okay. MMA. So what type of training goes along with being a mixed martial arts fighting? So you do a little martial arts and all that good stuff too?
Well, in MMA, you got to be able to train a lot of different disciplines. You got to be able to do wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, or Muay Thai, and boxing, and American wrestling. So some guys do Sambo. Some guys come from Taekwondo backgrounds. Everyone's got a little bit. It's mixed, it's mixed martial arts. But nowadays, when it first came out, the first UFC would be like a boxer fighting against a jiu-jitsu guy.
Right.
Or a wrestler against a kickboxer.
Right.
Now, the sport's evolved so much that you got to be good in everything.
Everybody pretty much.
Yeah,
you would want to be versatile and everything.
You got to be versatile and everything because it's everyone's gotten so good now. The sport's evolved so much since the first one to where you have to do everything. You got to learn everything or you're done for.
Okay, so which one would you prefer? Did you enjoy more being in the ring with the gloves on, or do you prefer more the mixed martial arts type of thing?
Well, I'd probably mix martial arts because I've done more of that. I've done some kickboxing matches. Those are fun. I don't have to wrestle as much and do the jiu-jitsu. There are different kinds of fights. The kickboxing matches and the boxing sometimes have a little bit more action just because there's no wrestling and submissions on the ground where people get bored, but they don't appreciate the actual technique and how good these guys are on the ground when they're wrestling for position. To the average person, it looks boring and 2 guys laying on each other, but the skill level's so high that these guys are trying to submit each other. If you know it, you can appreciate it more. Some fans like more of the just quick action, bam, 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 which is like the kickboxing matches that I've done. A lot of people like those. That's nonstop, but I like them all because it's all anything to compete in. I like.
Right. You're a competitive guy.
I like it all. I like it all.
Right. So man, you look excellent for your age. So what type of training do you do to keep yourself staying fit and prepared for these fights at your age? Because how old are you?
I'm 50.
You're 50 years old and you look like you're still in your 30s, man. So what you got going on like that when you're training? What you do all like that?
I always say, you know what, if you don't lose it, you're going to use it.
Right.
I mean, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And so I swim, I run 3 or 4 miles. I have certain days that I train on certain days. So like say Monday is a box, and I box all by myself because I do my own rounds. I do 5-10-minute rounds. I do weights and I box, and then I'll run 3 miles, and I run it at an increased pace. I start at 6.0, and I go up 0.5, 6.5 every 5 minutes, but towards the end I'll have it on 10 or 12 for the last 10 minutes. And I got that from Matt Hughes, UFC Hall of Fame. I stole that's part of his training routine.
Okay.
And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays I would do weights, and I would swim about 50, 60 laps.
Right.
Like Pat Miletich and George Foreman told me to swim because I hurt my knee one time and I didn't want to pull out of the fight.
Right.
And then I'll go do jiu-jitsu and MMA. Wednesday, I'll do boxing or MMA. I'll train a lot of times at Main Street down in downtown. I'll train at Henzo Gracie's, and I'll train at Gracie Baja, the Woodlands with Alex Morono. So I blend everything.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of running, a lot of swimming, a lot of elliptical machine in between the actual training with the fighters because you got to do other stuff on the side.
Right.
That most people don't see.
So do you train by yourself or are you doing this with somebody?
So when I do my cardio, it's by myself. When
Okay.
I do my weights, it's by myself. When I do the boxing day, I do that by myself because I can do that on my own.
Right.
And I do 10 5-minute rounds. This last fight, I trained during the morning down at Main Street Gym with a bunch of fighters down there.
Right.
And we did a lot of drilling, a lot of kickboxing drills.
Right.
And then I would do a lot of my jiu-jitsu over at Gracie Baja, the Woodlands, with Alex Morono, who's a UFC fighter. And I would do the other. If I couldn't get over there, I would go to Henzo Gracie's on Westlake, Houston, with a bunch of my guys over there that fight. Or my buddy's actually the matchmaker for the UFC. He owns it, and some of my other fight buddies own it, and I would train with them. So I cross-train with a lot of guys. It's being older in the sport, I know everybody.
Right.
And I've done well by myself, so everybody likes me, so everybody's willing to help me and help me out.
Right. So I never told you this. So I used to box back in New Orleans, right?
Okay.
So I had a cousin who was boxing when I was like maybe 5 years old. And so what he would do is he would put all of my other cousins, younger cousins, he would put the gloves on us and have us boxing.
Yeah.
So I was the youngest out of about 6 cousins, right? And he put the gloves on us. When I tell you, I would be beating everybody up.
There you go.
All of my big cousins beating them up. And so I fell in love with the sport at that age.
Yeah.
And so as a kid, I wanted to be a boxer. I went to school, and they were like, what you going to do when you grow up? I'm like, I'm going to be a boxer. So I finally found me a gym when I was in high school. So now I'm training. I had a couple of amateur fights.
Yeah.
I never turned professional, but I was a natural. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Some guys
it
got
was
like
just
that,
naturally.
man.
You know what I'm talking about? But as I'm training and being a boxer, I was also doing a lot of reading, right?
Yeah.
And so I was becoming spiritually awakened. And so in the midst of me training, I said I don't want to beat nobody up.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt nobody. I said I want to use my mind, and I want to write and help people. I don't want to beat nobody up. So I put the glove down and picked up my pen and started writing poems and music and whatnot. But I be wanting to get back in that ring, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to tell you. I need to get in that ring with you. But like I said, man, we're gonna do this boxing movie.
Yeah.
And so I need to start training.
Yeah, I'll help you, man.
Before we start filming.
Yeah.
I need to get back in shape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you know how it's a different training, it's a different kind of shape. Most people don't realize how hard it is to fight.
Yeah.
What kind of cardio you got to be in to fight people. I'll tell everybody when I train regular people that, they're either kids that are getting bullied or people that just want to get in shape. I'm like, man, if you can keep your hands up and not get hit for about 30 seconds and throw straight punches, you'll whoop a lot of people in a straight up street fight on the feet.
Oh, they're gonna get tired.
They're gonna get tired. They're gonna throw punches like they're throwing at that punching bag that they have in the bars.
Right.
Wind up all wild.
Right.
And they're gonna miss. And then you can be like, hey man, we got about another 2.5 minutes of this round left. You're gonna pay for it now.
Yeah.
You just got to be in a little bit of shape and just straight punches and keeping your hands up. But it's a different beast. Fighting's a different beast. People think, I'm a street fighter. Dude, you'd get smoked by somebody who's a trained fighter. They'd kick your butt so bad.
But I tell you what, man, once we start training for this movie, and if I get back in shape, I think I might try it one more time just to
do it. Hey,
she said, I just
the women don't like it.
I know, but it's them. You know, you 50 years old, but it's like something you still want to go, right?
Well, yeah, you gotta look at it like so. I know this, like so. When I was wanting to do comebacks, the women in my life,
they were like, no,
they don't want to see you get hurt,
right?
And I know George was going to do a comeback at 55, and his wife put a stop to that, and he listened to his wife. I mean, you got to look at it this way: is one fight worth getting hurt?
Right.
When you got other stuff and other people, if it's just you by yourself, who cares? Like me, I'm just by myself now.
Right.
So I don't care what happens. So I do care what happens to me now. But back then I didn't care. I didn't care if something happened to me, And so when you got people to live for, you want to be around for them because they obviously want you around. They don't want to see you get hurt, And so it's funny is when I would fight, some of the women would be covering their eyes, and then they'd never come to another one, or they couldn't wait for the next one. I think the first time I fought, they put it on TV, like the Zoom,
Yeah.
or whatever. You streamed it or something.
Yeah.
And my mom was upstairs crying.
Wow.
And then everyone, my brothers and stuff, were watching it downstairs. And they just started, boom, everyone started screaming. She started crying even more. But I knocked the guy out with one punch. She didn't know what happened. So she was scared. But she actually came to a couple of them live.
Right.
And I fought back home, and she liked them. I mean, you just gotta look at the people that actually care about you. What do you care about more, them or yourself?
Right. Now, this last fight you just had, that was like about 3 weeks ago, almost a month?
September 7th for Fury Fighting Championships.
Oh, so it was about a month ago, good month ago.
Yep.
Okay, so I saw some of the some footage, some pictures and whatnot, and you did your thing, man. So what I want to know is, what kind of headspace, how did you prepare for a fight mentally? For that night specifically, what kind of headspace did you have to get in to go into the ring this time?
It's once you're in there, it's different. You're scared. People say they're not afraid, they're lying. I mean, I was kind of scared at first. I was more afraid because I hadn't fought in so long. I had built this reputation of at work and at these places that I hang out. Yeah, that Bam Bam and I told my buddies, I'm scared to go in there. If I get whooped, man, all that mystique about me is going to be gone. They go, oh, that guy's a chump. But if you train right and you put the proper work in, you're going to go in confident. You are going to be a little bit nervous before everyone is. If they say they're not, they're lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was a little nervous and a little scared, but once I started warming up, I'm confident. I know I've done what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go out and get mine. I mean, you sit there. I mean, I remember one time I was fighting at the Arena Theater for Legacy, and I was with my guys, and like, how you feel? I said, I'm scared. I want to go home. And they looked at me like, what the hell? You got a fight coming up. I said, I could be the guy drinking, hitting on chicks in the crowd. I'm going to go in there and try to fight in front of all these people, on TV, and I don't want to get beat up in front of girls and my friends and stuff. But once you get in there and just turn that switch, and it's something that it's just that walk, making that walk to the cage or the ring is something I can't explain.
You look focused.
You have to do
on
it.
the pictures I saw. You look real focused.
I don't hear nothing. I don't hear the crowd. I hear my guys. When I was on top of him hitting him, I could hear my coach say, let him up. And I'm like, bullshit. They couldn't see me hitting him, They couldn't see me hitting him. And I'm like, I'm not letting him up. I got him where I want him,
Right.
I could hear them. I couldn't hear anybody else. I couldn't hear all the noise. I couldn't hear shit.
Right.
But because you zone in and you lock in, And I don't remember anything until I see it again. Everything's like a flash. It's like these flashes in my face. That's how it is in there. And it's real quiet. And you just... Next thing you know, it's over with. Whether you win or lose, if it lasts 1 minute or lasts 15 minutes, it's just over with. Right. And you're like, what the hell happened? And people have to tell you. Right. You have to go back and watch the film. It's weird. But
I know. I relate.
Cool feeling,
when I'm performing on stage doing my music or poetry, it's the same thing. It's like I don't really see the people out there.
No, you don't.
It's like I'm so caught up in my performance, and that's all I'm so in the zone in my performance, like. I don't even see them. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand. 100%.
Yeah, they're not even there.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, brother. So now I heard you talking a little while ago. You talking about doing it one more time?
I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it again.
One more time in February. I'll be 51, and I'm doing it. I took this fight for one reason. I took it to get sober, and so I had a lot of bad things happen to me in the last 7 years. My dad passed. I started having mental health issues that I didn't know that I had from just college football and fighting and stuff. And, I started having issues, started drinking a lot, started doing other bad things, started doing drugs and trying to deal with my dad dying. And it caused problems with my marriage and kind of drove a wedge between me and my wife a little bit, and trying to battle through that. Didn't know I had the issues, and I checked myself into a hospital. They diagnosed me with TBI, traumatic brain injury, and depression and anxiety and all this things I never had before. And, then I had some other bad things come my way. And then, my wife filed for divorce on me. And then I didn't want to lose my family. And then tried to fight to keep that. And then my mama passed. So I'm just sitting there, man, bam, bam, bam. Life just hit me. But life will do that to you. Life will knock your ass down 7 times. But you got to get up 8.
Yes.
You got to keep getting up.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, God, you're just trying to take me out, man. I said, and I got to where I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I was drinking and doing coke and I wanted to chemically kill myself. I want to shoot myself with one of my dad's guns because I didn't want to dishonor him that way. But I thought if I did enough drugs, I wouldn't wake up. And I didn't lie. I would have made Motley Crue proud, And I just said, if I can get through this, I'm going to be okay. And I started getting back to my roots with God and church and everything.
Yeah.
And I begged for over a year.
Right.
One of my buddies, Mick Maynard, goes, man, you ain't going to make it. And my buddies were so worried about me because they saw how bad I was getting, with the drinking and the drugs and stuff. And I probably blew 80 grand in 1 year just doing coke, drinking and partying, traveling, anything to try to just keep my mind right. Just not to keep it right, to take all the pain away. And, my buddy Eric who owns Fury Fighting Championships, he gave me a submission match for Submission Hunter. I said, I'll do it if I get a brown belt and a guy heavier than me. I want a couple belts higher than me and a bigger guy. And I didn't train for it. I went in, I did pretty good in the match. I probably would have won. I lost the decision, but it was a good match. But if I'd have trained for it, I probably would have won. But and so I just begged and begged to get a fight, and I said, I need it, man. I said, I need it to save myself. And I came back, and my boy Eric and Rich and Wayne that own it, Eric runs it, owns it, but the other guys help him run it, and they're like, we're gonna let you fight. And I said, that's all I need. I needed a reason, and I behave when I train for fights. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I just behave because I want to win, And you can do everything right and still get your ass whipped,
right.
But I don't ever want to leave a doubt why I got whooped because I cheated myself. And I said, if I get that, I'm going to go out and hustle my ass off. I'm going to get after it, and I'm going to go do it. And that's what happened. And, so I want another one that'll put me – I'm almost 4 months sober. And I've been a little bit cleaner longer than that, but as far as the drug stuff. But I want another one to keep me going, And I'm young, and I did real good in that last one, and you only live once,
Right.
And I'd rather, one of my buddies used to say, he's a country boy. He's from actually Jackson, Mississippi. He'd say, I'd rather sit in the saddle for 8 seconds than sit in the stands my whole life. So
Right.
I might as well do it. There ain't too many guys my age fighting.
Yeah.
And ain't too many guys I played college ball with that are still active and athletes because, they were great athletes. And you only get one life. I might as well make the most of it. And since I've done it, I've inspired a lot of people to get back in the gym. And people are like, man, you're 50. You came out and did that. That kid was 30.
Right.
I think my last 2 fights, I was 43 and I beat up a 28-year-old. And this time I was 50 and I beat up a 33-year-old. So so I can train and still hang with all those young kids. My body's hurts a little bit more. It takes me longer to recover. But I just want to keep going. Just for one more, just for those reasons. It's just I've made it out of the water from all the bad stuff and all the bad shit I've had to deal with. I'm happy again, and my mind's in the right spot, and I feel good again. I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I want to be here. And a little bit more cushion with something to motivate me can help me get it. Because there's temptations. I'm sitting here with wine right now.
Right.
You don't think I want a glass?
Right.
Fuck yeah, I want a glass. You don't think I might want to.
But you're strong though. You say, give me some water.
Give me some water. But I just that's the strength from God. It's the strength from Jesus. And and I want to be better. When I was doing those things, I know I was probably letting my mom and dad down when they were looking down. George Foreman was looking down. Those guys taught me better than that. So I just want to be a better human and a better person. There's nothing wrong with drinking. I used to do a lot of it, and I ain't saying I might not do it again one day, but. Right now, it's just not the thing for me because it puts me in a really bad spot. I'm not a better person because of it, so I want to be the best version of me.
Yeah, man.
So,
man, I remember the day I met you, man. I met you at Porky's.
And I was probably drunk as shit.
But I was in there with one of my homeboys, and so you came in there, and so I kept seeing you the whole night in there. And so I was like, man, let me go holler at the dude. Something just drew me to you, right?
Yeah.
And so we met that night, kicked it off, and then I saw you again, and you told me about the fight, and we got back in contact. So I'm saying I'm glad I came on Twitter the first day I met you.
Yeah.
Because it was something about you. I knew it was something about you, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm glad you did too. I mean, that's one thing about this fight, that made me so proud was I told my brother, I called my older brother and I told him, I said, man, I've done good in life. What do you mean? I said, how many people come to see me fight? I had more people there than anybody.
Right.
And people, when I went to the boxing matches next week, all the cops and everyone was coming up. They see my fight and they tell me I'm an inspiration. I'm 50 years old. I'm doing this stuff and things like that. I said, man, I've done pretty good. So that made me feel good about myself. And I think my dad would always say, treat people the way you want to be treated, and I try to treat people good, and I think God's blessed me with, I know everybody. I know a lot of great people, and God brings a lot of good people into my life. You being one of them, I'm sitting in front front of you today because God opened opportunity
Right.
for two people to meet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's because I act right and I do people right, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I looked at the app and I was like, damn, I got to drive an hour. I was like, shit, you know. But I was like, you know what? I gave my man my word. I'm gonna be here, you know. And that's that you got to do good by people and you'll do good in life, you know.
Right.
God will help you out, or people you'll know somebody that can help you sometime.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, man, congratulations on your win. So look here, man, we're going to take us a quick commercial break.
You got it.
When we come back, we got some more guests that will be performing today. So y'all stay tuned because this is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted. Yeah.
Good stuff, brother.
Thanks.
How many people you said live here?
3. A mother and her 2 kids.
That's a whole lot of house for 3 people. Epiphany, now available on Amazon in paperback and ebook.
00012. No more dating apps. Now it's Vibes Dating, a real dating show where they match you up, send you on a real date, and it's all caught on film.
Welcome back to the Artist Access. I am here with another phenomenal guest today. This brother goes by the name of Elow the Great. What's going on, King?
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the invite, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate it, dude.
Yes, sir. So I met this guy on Instagram. Saw him doing this thing, hit him up, and he replied, and we got him on the show. So my brother, I like to go back to the beginning of people's careers. So take us back to the beginning of you being an MC out here in these H-Town streets, man.
Man, dude, just a lot of hard work, man.
Yeah.
I started out in music, you know, growing up as a kid in choir, you know, so that kind of always got me in tune with melody and just, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, being Filipino, being a Filipino native, you know, we gotta.
So you was singing first, before
yeah,
rapping.
I was singing. I was singing before rapping. You know? But you know, my fourth grade English teacher told me, because we were doing poetry when, you know, she was like, you know, man, you're a poet, you don't even know it, you know. So that kind of like put me in. Okay, so I could sing, you know. I'll say I'm not the best singer, but you know, I have my own style. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up being a singer. You know, I joined a couple of cover bands, you know, local area. You know, I ended up getting on a band, and we did really good. You know, we kind of traveled through Texas and down to Florida and back, you know, and that was my first taste of bad business, you feel me? You know, we had a tour manager, and just things kind of went south with the whole money thing, you know. Of course, you got like 5 or 6 people in the group, you know, so. But, yeah, man, since then, man, I kind of put it to myself to go back to school, you know, be a sound engineer, whatever, or at least do whatever I can to kind of put myself on a different platform. And so I started focusing on hip-hop, rap, R&B, and just incorporating a little bit of my authentic style into it, you know. And it's actually come a long way, man. You know, very blessed to meet a lot of people along the way, you know. Shout out K Reno, South Park Coalition, you know. My first concert show was with Murder One. It was his birthday bash. I got invited to go open up with an artist friend of mine, and that's when K Reno and Q Boy, the Menace, and all these guys kind of picked up on it. And so yeah, they were jamming me out, man. You know, and it just felt it felt really good. You know, just kind of get that my first debut as coming out. And it wasn't like a showcase; it was like in front of the legends, bro. Yeah. My first ever rap show in front of the legends. And keep in mind, I only did one song, you know? But it got their attention. You feel me? And then I want to say later on in the year, KO from SPC2G, you know, he hit me up. He's like, hey, you know, K Reno's having a show at Scout Bar. You want to lock it in? I was like, yeah, sure, man. I got the money, you know. And of course, I'm building myself up as an artist, you know. And I locked it in with that show, and man, it was great, dude. Yeah. You know, my first actual big stage show, you know, and a place where I used to go see rock bands perform too, you know. And what was funny, man, was that like 2 years before I performed for K Reno, a friend of mine, we went out to Scout Bar to go watch a band play. They were a Deftones cover band, right? And Chevelle cover band. And I told my friend, because I was just starting my rap stuff behind the scenes, right? I wasn't coming out as a rapper yet. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what, 2 years, you're going to see me on that stage pretty soon, man.
Manifested that. Spoken into existence.
And hey, man, shout out to my friends Cody and Raymond, because they were the first ones that actually bought tickets to my big show. And that really meant a lot, you know? So, but yeah, man, after that concert with K Reno, man, I tapped in with him. Hey, you know, it was a surprise to me, bro, because he kind of already knew my name at that point when I got off stage. You know, when he performed, got off stage. And I was like, man, I really want to go say what's up to K Reno, man, because kind of where I'm at, you know, I'm just kind of just trying to be humble, you feel me?
Right.
And when he already knew me by the name, I was like, oh, shit, all right, you know. So he was like, go talk to Q Boy, you know. So I ended up linking up with Q Boy, and, you know, they got me on Shot 'em Mob, you know. And for a lot of people that don't know, man, Shot 'em Mob was like created right after South Park Coalition in '87, you know. SPC was created in '85, you know, with K Reno in the group, you know. And so a lot of history behind it, man, you know, and it's because it's almost like I just came out doing my own thing, and I was just blessed to be in the right spot to do where I wanted to do, you know, and because I'm so involved in my craft, you know, like just hands-on with it, you feel me? Like I try to make it to where people could feel me, you know, and but long story short, man, after I got on Shot 'em Mob, I mean, my name started going out to the South Side, to all through H-Town, you know, DJs and whatnot. And eventually I started getting connected with Infamous Tex on Hustle Town Network. You know, he also works as, you know, for 979 The Box, you know. And I had my first opportunity to go to South by Southwest and interview ASG. You know, and this was, you know, before he, you know, had lost his leg, you know, but it was still a great opportunity to see him live, you know. And ever since then, man, I've just been linked up, you know, just low key, bro, you know, like I know a lot of people, but I don't really try to overdo it, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I try to, you know, I'm a family man, I got 4 kids, you feel me, you know? And so this music thing, man, it's just like, it's a real important thing, you know, it's a personal thing, but it's also a form of expression. You feel me? It's my own little thing that I do, you know, and it ain't about hip hop and rap and stuff like that, but I also have music that just has substance and content, you know, like I talk about my kids. I got songs that I talk about how I grew up as a kid, you know, being raised in a different atmosphere, you know, and it's you know, just trying to get myself out there where people see me, you feel me? And the game's rough, man, you know, the game's rough, but yeah, man, so that's kind of how I got where I am today, man, you know, just kind of hard work, gaining relationships with all the people that I know and just kind of holding that credibility with them, you know, and yeah, man, just a lot of work, man.
Do you ever cross paths with the poetry community out here in Houston?
Man, you know, I've had a couple of invites to go do that, you know, and I'm thinking about it.
I'm part of the poetry scene. You know
I'd like to be a part of it, man, you know.
It's a big scene out here, too.
You know, so the comedy scene, too, you know. I've tried to do the whole comedy thing, too, you know, with my friends downtown, you know, so. Because I like to crack jokes and stuff, you know, but comedy's kind of a little bit more serious than most people think, you know. But yeah, I'd like to be a part of that, man. That'd be cool.
And the purchasing, they welcome whatever you do, whether it's comedy, R&B, rapping, whatever. It's all a part of the art form.
Yeah.
So they'll welcome you with open arms. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
We'll do some karaoke too.
Yeah. Now you got a festival you're going to perform at today.
Yeah, man. It's the Filipino Festival, man.
Yeah.
It's a Filipino American History Festival.
It's the month for that, right? It's
Yeah. This month of October, it's Filipino.
Can you break that down for us a little bit?
So yeah, man. It's one of those months where it's to celebrate, of course, American Filipinos and the Filipino culture, right? But there's also a lot of history behind being Filipino. You know what I mean? Like, so our country's been taken over. We've been enslaved before. You feel me? We've revolted against our government several times. We've gained independence from other countries a lot. So, but that being said, being a full-born Filipino native, being raised in the States, and just trying to diverge the culture between, Hispanic, Black, and Filipino and the Asian culture, you feel me? So, but today is the Filipino Festival, man. It's happening on Post Houston, 419 Franklin Street.
Yeah.
It's going on right now, so if y'all get a chance, a family-friendly event.
We coming, bro.
Yeah, man. I want y'all to come, man. Get some of that food, man. Y'all get to meet my homie Smoking Bowls, man. They're actually a Filipino food vendor out there. So I met him at a couple of shows, and when they found out that I was Filipino too, man, we just kind of like, you know how it is. Yeah, you link up, So, but it's gonna be a lot of food there, of course. Cultural performances. There's gonna be some big names performing out there. Ruby Abada, Nump. I mean, I'm gonna be out there, just hanging out with my son. This weekend's his birthday.
Okay.
So get him a little bit diverged into the Filipino culture, and just make it a family thing, and that's kind of what we lack a lot nowadays. You feel me? Like involving a lot of our family stuff,
Okay.
So.
Now you're gonna be performing for us a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah.
What you performing for us, bro?
I'm gonna be performing my single "Betting on Me." It's one of my newest singles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty much.
Betting on yourself.
Yeah, betting on myself. At the end of the day, you got to. You feel me? So you can have a lot of support behind you. You can have a lot of entourage behind you, but the way I see it is, at the end of the day, you're going to bed by yourself most of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you got to put your pants on for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself tied up. So you got to bet on yourself most cases if nobody else is willing to bet on you, So, again, there's that confidence talk, So that's kind of what I try to show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy it, man.
We will enjoy it, man. So before we get up out of here, let the people know where can they follow you at on all your social medias, everything you got going on coming up.
Man, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Elow the Great, Spotify, Apple Music. I mean, music's on all streaming platforms, right? YouTube. I got November 16th. We're having the End Racism event, so y'all pull up over at Exotic Pop.
Yeah.
I'll be performing out there. It's Forest and Trendsetter and my manager Ginger Juice.
Yeah.
They linked up together to host this event called End Racism, so that's a really good thing. So everybody in the city needs to be coming out to that. Feel me?
Yeah.
And I was really honored to be invited to be a part of that because of putting it down for the Filipinos. You know what I'm saying? So and extending the diversity of Houston. You feel me?
Right.
But yeah, man, I got a project album coming out pretty soon called All In.
Okay.
So, and the single Betting on Me is off of that. So there's going to be some more songs following up, some videos, some visuals. And I released a new single called For the Loot. So y'all go check it out, man. It's on all streaming platforms. Again, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Elow the Great.
Elow the Great on everything.
Yes, sir, on everything. You Google me, actually. Google me. You'll find me. Yeah. No cap, so.
That's what's up, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Elow the Great, man. You're doing this thing. So, look, man, y'all stay tuned because we got some more artists in the building. Because, look, man, this is the Artist Access. And your access has now been granted. Yeah. My homeboy made that track, yeah. That shit came on too. Yeah. Man. Damn, I can't get a hug or a kiss. So why can't you clean up the house and have a cooked meal sometimes when I come home?
I'm not your mama.
And I ain't your daddy either.
Look, I already told you I'm not gonna be dealing with you if you're gonna be doing all this going out of town. I already know you got a female up there. That's why you going. I was looking for you, but I didn't see your car. Okay. What you looking for my car for? D-Ray must got it again. So how did the interview go?
I had to reschedule. If you'd have given me a debit card to get some real gas money, I would have went.
Okay, so where have you been? You've been gone in the car all day. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Is there anyone else?
Look, don't mess up with the morning.
You are my husband. You've been gone all night, and you don't think I should question you about it?
I don't put nothing past these hoes, you feel what I'm saying? They get all dressed up and go out to eat with their work husbands, you feel me?
Hey, let me just talk to you about some business.
Not at the moment. I'm a little busy.
We can talk about it on the way. You want to take my car or yours?
No, I'm gonna need that time alone in the car to think. I'm going to lunch. I'll be back.
First they get busy, then they get distant.
Life is full of unexpected turns, but your legacy doesn't have to be. At Sims Crown Legacies Life Insurance, we help you protect what matters most: your family, your future, your peace of mind. Whether you're just getting started or planning ahead, we make it simple, secure, and affordable. Have questions? Join our 1-hour Power Hour, Monday through Friday, for a live chat with a licensed expert ready to guide you every step of the way. Your legacy is worth it. Let Sims Crown Legacies help you protect it, starting today.
Welcome back to the Artist Access. I'm here with another phenomenal guest today. He goes by the name of Tron Cartel. What's going on, King?
What's up?
How you feeling, man? Glad to have you on the show today, brother.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. So, are you from the H-Town?
Yeah, I'm originally
okay.
Straight out of Houston, man.
Okay, cause I saw you doing a song with one of the cats who from my city, New Orleans. What his name go by? He called himself Mike Lowry or something.
Yeah, you talking about Lyric?
Lyric.
That's my boy.
I thought you might have been from the city too. You know what I'm saying? When I saw y'all together.
We linked up. We actually met at a showcase. We actually did like a couple tours together.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta plug us up, bro.
Yeah, man.
I
didn't know you knew him. That's
No, I met him from following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So man.
Boy, man. He out there in Kenner.
Yeah, he from Kenner. I stayed in Kenner for a little while too before I came out here.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful city, man.
Oh yeah. So look, brother, like I said, man, why don't you take us back to the beginning of your career as being an MC, spitting them bars out here in H-Town, man?
Okay, so I've been doing like music like how I'm doing it now. I've been doing it like this like my second year.
Okay.
I started originally writing music when I was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
I started writing, getting the feel of it, and then as I got older, it's just going to the studio and seeing how I sound and stuff like that. It just made me fall in love with it. So, yeah. It's just these last 2 years is more so.
You've been locking in, yeah.
I've been locking in. I've been learning. It's been like a learning curve for me. So, yeah, man, it's been real.
Yeah. So okay, so you fresh in the game, kind of like, you know what I'm talking about. That's what's up, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you got anything you're working on as far as projects and whatnot?
I actually I just dropped a project like a few months ago.
Okay.
Late night, early mornings.
Yeah.
And then I'm currently working on another project right now called Now or Never.
Now or Never.
Mm-hmm.
So where can we find this? The first project, is it out?
Yeah, it's out. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
Man. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Titles.
Yeah.
Anywhere music is searched.
Yeah. So tell me some of the MCs that might inspire you to pick up that pen and want to kind of better yourself and get more better with your craft, man.
Oh man, a bunch of them. A lot of the music, like because I had older siblings, like brothers and stuff. So a lot of the music I heard and started liking based on what they was listening to a little bit. They kind of put me on it. I listened to Pimp C.
Oh yeah.
Nelly, and T.I., and Bun B, and a lot of chop and screw music,
Right.
And so it's like it's just different varieties of music, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what influenced me. And then I have, like I said, older siblings, my brothers and stuff, so they kind of touch bases with music and stuff too. So it's like I was surrounded by nothing but people that love music. So so it was kind of like a hereditary thing to just jump into it.
Right. And you're working on a new project right now, right?
Yeah.
Called Now or Never. Yeah. What kind of cut you got on this new track you're working on, a new project?
Well, one of the songs I have, I got two of them that's out now that's gonna be on the project. One of them is called Can't Stop Me. That's just me, and then I got one featuring Trizzy. My boy Trizzy, he out of Kenner too.
Okay. You didn't connect with the whole Kenner City, huh? What's going on?
Yeah, man. You know, just networking, man.
Yeah.
Networking. Yeah, man. I didn't been somewhere everywhere.
Right.
Almost everywhere. But
so you performed in New Orleans out that way?
I've did a show out there.
Okay.
Times.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Now I saw you we got the sneaker ball coming up in December. You was like, man, how can I perform at the event?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna plug you up with the person that's putting together that event.
Okay.
Cause you said you want to get on stage and do your thing, so I got you. We need Elow to come on stage too for that sneaker ball in December. Yeah.
I think they did it before. I think I missed the first one, but I seen like the recap. I was like, man, they look kind of lit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to jump on that, man.
Yeah, I'll be in there doing interviews, and I'm performing as well at that show. So yeah.
You perform too. That's lit.
Yeah. I do music and poetry. You know what I'm saying? I think that night I'm gonna do a little portrait that night, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Then.
Yeah.
They kind of hand in hand.
Yeah. It, to me, it's all poetry. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Different versions.
Right.
Poems, but
Right. So what you gonna perform for us today, brother?
I want to perform my new single, Can't Stop Me.
Yeah.
And I have a single that's on my last project called On Me.
Okay, On Me. Yeah. You got any videos out there we could check out?
So I have video for On Me is on my YouTube. So you can go type in Tron Cartel on YouTube and that video pop up. I have a few videos to a few singles on my that I've put out before. So yeah.
Okay.
You just gotta tap in, man.
Yeah. Now if you need somebody to shoot some of your upcoming videos, we got Mainstream Videos.
Okay.
Who was a part of our team who do some nice work too as well. So you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We can work.
Yeah. So look at, man, let the people know where can they find you at on all your streaming platforms and music, all that good stuff. Where is that? Where can they find it at?
Man, you can find me at Tron Cartel, man. It's Tron Cartel with a C. I'm on all streaming platforms, musically and social media platforms, man. Y'all tap in, man. Y'all go get that late nights, early mornings, too, for real.
Yeah. I'm going to get that when I get to the house. You know what I'm talking about? It's on Tidal?
Yeah, it's on Tidal.
I'm going to get that.
It's everywhere, man. iTunes, Apple Music, yeah.
All right, man. So look here, man. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, the artists will be performing. So you don't go nowhere. We'll be back. So this is the Artist Access. And your access is now being granted.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? I'm Jeanette.
It's your girl Lulu.
Boy Terry.
J Soul.
Federico.
Jade Golden.
Hey, I'm Kim.
And I'm Jada. And this is Vibes Dating, a real-life dating show where they match you up, send you on a real date, and then pay for it. So if you're single and ready to find real love, click the link below or go to hjstv.com and they'll do the rest. I did.
Yeah. Elow. Hey, yo, was that boy Elow the Great? Yeah. What? All I know is I'm betting on me. I'm trying to be up top flight like a tree. You can keep your motherfucking hands off me. Just cause I'm around doesn't mean you know me. I'm Thor with the hammer slide through low key. Oh, my baby mama's yelling out, blow me. I done wrecked so much, I'm wrecking toe fees. I wonder how we get the bread. Show him how I make goat cheese. I'ma hand out what he asking for. You say you the goat, I'm a tyrannosaur. No more back and forth like a tennis court. Deep press a chopper on them nowadays, Macklemore. I see through the bullshit like a matador. Fuck all the BS and the tug of war. We a cell block, did the matter, San Salvador. You gon' see blackbirds flying like Baltimore. I'm a loose wheel like a ball bearing. I'm bad news and a pallbearer. I'm not moving till I get an all clear. P325 and let them know the Elow's all stare. This that brand new taboo. Kool-Aid man on that red juice. So many walls that I crashed through. I'ma twist like an ankle at a baffle. So many rappers that I ran through. See me nose dive in the ship. The top make waves of the red. Ain't that some shit? Admit, I can tell that it's you that I sniff. Well, ain't that quick? How you sit and play dead for the stick? I could double click with a blade like I'm John Wick. And I leave him half dog, half cat like a pussy ass bitch. We be pulling up on the south side. We outside, we out now with the pew pew. It's out loud. Every outside of the window at the same time. Watch you get low like too short from Bayside. Riddle me this, I can get rid of the rest. The same packs that tried to riddle me back. And then the cat's finally out of the bag. The bad, I'm getting paid. How am I to get rid of the rags? Like, all I know is I'm betting on me. I'm trying to be up top flight like a tree. You can keep your motherfucking hands off me. Just cause I'm around doesn't mean you know me. I'm Thor with the hammer slide through low key. Oh, my baby mama's yelling out, blow me. I done wrecked so much, I'm wrecking toe fees. I wonder how we get the bread. Show them how I make goat cheese. Look, we can get it on or we can tango. No fake bots, just a Rango. Six, shoot a couple shots at your ears, dude. I'm jamming on a banjo. Jump juice on them, boy, I'm squeezing out mangoes. I've been getting licks for years, the way I say so. Sweep the streets on horseback, I'm Django. Leaving a trail of breadcrumbs like my money bet on Pinko. GT said I'd never blow unless I drop the video to a single. Giving 5 years for a big right to tear up for a sickle. Bet you didn't know I know the lingo. I connect dots with ink blots in every spot and every shot until I hit a bigger. I ain't trying to be complicated, and I'ma keep it simple with the sprinkler. I'ma run them down like the water followed off the sheet. I ain't never plan on backing it down. They see me cracking it out. Out the water red, I'm cracking out. Referees flagging me down cause I'm tagging them out. Everyone's gonna hate me now on what I brag about. You can't stand me now where I'm standing now. Sure that Jazzy isn't planning it out. I'm dragging this out, I could be banging this out. I don't taking this down, head high like a chasing a cloud. They don't taking me out cause all I know is I'm betting on me. I'm trying to be up top flight like a tree. You can keep your motherfucking hands off me. Just cause I'm around doesn't mean you know me. All I know is I'm betting on me. Yeah, all I know is I'm betting on me. Y'all know what it is, I still handle my biz. I'm next level, I'm hard as fuck. I am the boss to these kids. The revolver revolved into a 6. I dodge the haters that try to block a Filipino in the mix. They all mad cause I'm still out making licks. I'm popping up in your city from the woods with a stick. And I don't need nobody with me. Fucked around and got too cold. Pharmaceutical bartender giving shots out like Nuvo. No BS a pseudo, he's down for the count. Judo, when his blood sugar drops, I raise the price on glucose. So you can believe it or not, I don't need to talk for shit, cause I'm a diamond in the rough. Watch the flick of my wrist. From the mud is where I came, I had to use a stick. The barrio was where I learned to stack a few bricks. Energy you get from me will be on center point, cause I bar the game till I'm out this bitch like a shoulder joint. I'm a real one, I don't play to win, cause I know dudes that push more wood inside they slabs than a beaver's den. I'm fine-tuned, on point as a harpoon. Disaster when I open my mouth, I'm a monsoon, so grab a pontoon. Elmer Fudd with a spud, I'm a cartoon. You disrespect my character, I draw the line to him. Now you're Looney Tunes on a wrestling mat. Eddie Guerrero would agree you need a bigger lily pad to watch his frog splash. I'm living proof like a Vietnam War tag. Y'all fuck around while I'm at your spot with a DoorDash. Calamine in my pocket, these niggas leave with road rash. Body bags, IDs strung up by toe tags. My angle in the cut is like a miter saw. I'm out there up front, call me a title song. I'm bad news like I'm bleeding through. Moody like a bottle of Midol. On the migraine in the back of your brain, pop you some Tylenol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we had an amazing show today. I want y'all to follow all my guests, man. They all fire with their thing. Y'all go stream my man Tron Cartel music on all platforms. Make sure y'all get my man Elow the Great on all platforms as well. And follow my man Patrick. He got another fight coming up in February. So look here, man. This is the Artist Access. And your access has now been granted. You heard me? Yeah. Yeah.
Something was happening with his music.
Yeah, he couldn't get his email for some reason. I don't know why, but